you feel like you are behind the scenes and you feel like you're left back. And when I say left back, I mean you just can't seem to find the time to build what you desire, then this video is for you. I'm going to share exactly how I did that, how I've done that, and how I continue to do that. And the best part about it all is how I actually help people just like you to do this too. I'm going to shift the way that you're thinking about what you're doing currently by the end of this video. So I hope you're watching. This is a live video. So if you are watching the replay, say, hey, y'all know I love to connect and communicate with my replay crew. If you are seeing this video later, please, please, please don't be shy. Let me know you're here. I'm seeing a few people popping on. Hey, Brendan. Hey, Jace. Am I saying that right? I don't know. Hey guys, hey, Jeffrey, hey, I am on both Instagram and YouTube, so I'm just letting you guys know you're gonna see me look down sometimes just to make sure everything is okay on my stream. But hey, you guys can talk to me as well. Y'all know how I do with my live videos. And of course, I'm streaming with the Osmo Pocket 3. I just realized I don't have active track turned on, but that's okay. Now I'm answering that because a lot of people ask me all the time, Zaylee, how do you stream with this Osmo Pocket? Okay. Or they'll say, Zay, what are you using to record this video or to stream this video? So I'm using the Osmo Pocket 3 and I'm also using Ecamm Live. Those are the two things I'm using to stream today, and I'll put that down in the description of the YouTube video when I'm done going live. All right, so it is your favorite video coach, and we are here to talk about just you feeling burnt out. And I know how that feels, especially when you're in a place where you want more. You want to grow a community, right? You want to build a brand that people recognize and know of. And when you have encounters with people, they're like, I see what you're putting out there. I see the message you're putting out there. I feel the message that you're putting out there. And sometimes that's difficult because, one, sometimes we are so skilled and so amazing at what we do. We have amazing expertise, but we hide sometimes, right? I have been in that place as well where I was hiding. Genius, know all my things, want to share them with the world, but just afraid to do so. The other set of people that I talk to a lot and coach a lot, they are so burnt out doing what they're doing right now that they can't even find the time to focus on the product or service that they want to put out there in their next era. So we're not talking about the now. Things are probably going okay for you now, but you desire to build something bigger and deeper. And when I say deeper, I mean deeper, because a lot of us are, currently creating or currently doing something that it feels good, but there's a next level to what you're doing. And in order for you to do that, it's going to require you doing things differently. And so that's who I'm speaking to today. So if this is landing with you, if you feel like, Saylee, you're talking to me, I want you to let me know in the comments. Hey guys, hey, hi. Tamasha, hello. Hey guys, I'm just popping on a really quick live video. PS, I'm also going to answer some questions about our Camera Confidence Challenge, which is happening on the 21st of this month. I was on last night and a lot of you shuffled in last night, and I'm so grateful for you. Today, we still have doors open. We're still enrolling. The price is only $127. If you are interested and you're watching on Instagram, comment the word confidence. I do want to make sure to say that. Comment the word confidence so that you can get the link. You can see all that the challenge is about. You can see everything that we're covering in the challenge. I have people who have been doing this challenge for years with me over and over and over again. It is such an amazing experience. If what I'm saying in this video feels like something that you have been holding deep down inside, then you want to make sure you're paying attention. P.S. I'm on the living room floor, y'all. So bear with me as I look through my notes and make sure that I'm covering what I decided to cover. All right. Ooh, let me just get comfy. Hey, Vanessa. Hey, what's cooking? Hey, guys. Oh my gosh. All right. So, Let me know if this touches you, or if you feel some way when you're listening to what I'm saying right now. I talk to a lot of people that are the brains of their operation, right? You're supporting others, you're behind the scenes, you're pouring into everyone else. And this could even be your 9 to 5, but your goal or desire is to build something that can expand and grow with you. I have so many people that I work with, and this is exactly what they are struggling with. There's something deep inside of them, and they desire to step out on the front end. So these people are usually supporting what I like to call the stars, but they are stars themselves deep down inside. They desire to build something bigger, so that they are able to step out from behind the scenes and have their own place and space in this digital world, or just even in the realm of all that we do, right? This can be any industry. So we end up working with people who are like therapists, people who are coaches, people who are consultants. Sometimes we are supporting behind the scenes, okay? And what we really desire to do is get out into the forefront and build an audience so that we can help more people. It could even be that you are loving what you're doing while you're coaching, you're working with maybe higher ticket clients, but now you want to expand that and expand your message. And a lot of people that are in this place, they struggle so badly with this. The first thing that I get is either, Zaylee, I don't like the content that I'm creating currently. It doesn't feel good, it doesn't feel like me, it doesn't feel like myself, it feels robotic, it feels like I'm showing up like someone else, or I'm trying to be someone else. The second thing that I get from these people is that I'm not creating content at all. And I want you to tell me, like, where are you in this process, or where are you in this journey? Or you are creating content and it feels good, but it's just not reaching the people that you desire to touch or reach or connect with. And that's completely okay too. I'm still speaking to you. Now, the last group of people that I get sometimes are the people who say, well, Zay, I don't need a camera confidence challenge because I'm already confident on camera. And maybe it's that you're confident on camera, but you're not confident with your content. Right? And if you aren't confident with your content and your messaging and exactly what you're saying, and you feel stuck, you feel plugged, you feel like you can't even speak the words that you want to speak, then it is still a camera confidence issue, right? I think one day I'll do a live where I break down all the ways that confidence, like sometimes people think they're confident, but they're really not. So last night I was sharing that sometimes I'll go on someone's profile who has told me, Zaylee, I'm so confident on camera, but you don't have anything that you're putting out into the world. You probably started a podcast and you stopped. You probably launched something a while ago and you didn't incorporate any video, and you know that adding that element could make it even better. You probably posted a reel some time ago and nobody liked it, nobody connected with it. So you're like, oh my gosh, I'm not posting any reels again. I get it. And I am here to help you, right? Again, if you're on YouTube, say hey. If you're on Instagram, say hi. And my husband is in the comments on Instagram. And so yes, comment the word confidence if you want to join the Camera Confidence Challenge, even if you're watching the replay. So the thing that a lot of people are not doing, and they are really struggling, especially if anything that I said earlier resonates with you, is that feeling of, I don't know what to say. I don't know what to speak about. I don't know how to connect with people on a whole different level. If you are in that place or space, I want to encourage you to tell your story, friend, okay? Y'all, I'm doing all the things. Tell your story. When last have you told your story? When last have you shared your story in the form of content, right? Annie and Spence said, like, the background singer that becomes the star later. Absolutely. I love that. Absolutely. That is that's a great way to put it. And we have so many people that are like that, in that place or space. But even as that background singer, there comes a day when you have to take the microphone. Thank you for that one, Annie and Spence. You have to take the microphone and decide no more. I am frustrated and tired. If I really, really, really desire to do this, if I really, really desire to change my life and start singing at the forefront, then I need to make that change, right? We can think about so many people who were behind the scenes and now they are the star of the show. Somebody that I can think about immediately is Priscilla Renee. She was a writer for many years and now she is Money Long. She completely changed her full-on identity in order to do what she desires to do. And a lot of times when you're shifting into being on camera, it's gonna take a shift of your identity, right? You're gonna have to decide, I'm gonna start speaking about the things that I'm afraid of speaking about at the forefront. I'm gonna start telling my story. I'm gonna start sharing the truth. I'm gonna start sharing about my journey and how I got here. I'm gonna start sharing about the things that I like, the things that I don't like. If you desire to be a leader in your industry or a lead singer, then you're gonna have to make some changes in the way that you think about yourself, your day-to-day, what you do, all of those things have to change and shift, right? So I want you to start thinking about, what am I doing right now that is not in alignment with the people that I desire to reach, or with me being a leader and leading, right? What is it that I need to change or shift? Or even better than that, what stories can I share that is gonna help people understand who I am, my background, why they should work with me, and my genius? Like, oh my gosh, how can I help people trust me some more if I do desire to take that step? So these are things that I want you to start thinking about. Hey, Miss Juice. Hey, y'all. Let me see. Let me just make sure you guys are okay. All right. So these are things that I want you guys to think about. My computer is right here. I'm going to share behind the scenes of my little setup right now, because I legit have my Osmo in front of me. My MacBook is right under here. It's a cute little setup, y'all. And of course, I'm just using natural light, so it's going to keep getting bright and dark as the sun plays. But I want you to think about that. A lot of times burnout for that type of person, for the background singer, Annie and Spence, I'm gonna just elaborate on that. For the background singer, that burnout can look like, I'm tired of singing for this person that I'm singing for. I love that person, but I can start feeling the pressure of singing their songs and not singing my song. I'm starting to feel the pressure of using my voice for them and not for me and the people that I know. Like, have you ever had the experience of, man, I know I can do this better or in a different way? Those can be thoughts that eventually lead to burnout. Have you ever heard someone share, like, I couldn't hold my message in anymore, so I had to share it? That's kind of what it's like. So you understanding that you need to start making that transition, because you start feeling really uncomfortable in your skin, in your day-to-day, and in the things that you're doing, right? Let me just make sure that you guys are good. Yes, you are. Okay. So that's what that kind of feels like in the beginning. So you feel like you're overbooked and no one is actually seeing you, and you have so much to offer into the world. I see this a lot with people in the 9-to-5 space as well. Zaylee, I have a book that I want to share about. Zaylee, I have a program that I've created. Zaylee, I have this, I have that, but I don't have the audience or the people that I need to see me. They are not seeing me. I don't have that brand that I desire to have. And I want you to remember, I know you guys hear this all the time and it's kind of cliche, but everyone starts from zero. I started from zero as well. So the thing about it is, a lot of us are building for everyone else and we're not building for ourselves at all. So you're building for nine to five. You're building for one-to-one clients. You're building for a company. You're building for a brand. You're building for everyone else and you're not building for yourself specifically. And that is something that, that can get really, I want to say that can get really tough when you're building for everyone else and you're not building for yourself at all, right? And so when you start thinking about it like that, you have to at some point pull back and decide how tired you are of building for everyone else except yourself. Now, I'll tell you something that hit me when I was in that same space. When I was in that same space, something that really bothered me was knowing that I'm going to live the same life over and over and over again. Not same life. Yes, same life. But what leads to the same life is living the same year over and over again. And that's something that I cover in my membership. Like if you're in my membership, we talk about that. How can this year be different from last year? I'm not going to live the same year 5 times, because then that's 5 years that's passed and I haven't done anything to make a shift in that 5 years, right? So I want you to ask yourself, like, what is what is something that I've been doing for the past few years or the past year, and how can I shift that this year? How can I show up this year? How can I show up and decide I'm going to make a decision that is going to completely change my life? I'm going to do something different from what I've been doing in the past that can completely change my life. Or for a lot of y'all, you guys get on camera a few times for the year. Okay, it's not a part of your daily. And you guys know I speak about running a video first business a lot. A lot of people leave video for the last thing. Like the last bit of energy goes to video, or the last bit of energy goes to building a YouTube channel, or the last bit of energy, like it's really a last strategy, when if you started focusing on video first in your business and then breaking down your video content, like I'm gonna take this live and repurpose it. I can create a newsletter out of it. I can create Instagram posts out of it. I can create so many things out of it. P.S. The people that do join the challenge today, you are gonna get my live streaming process and you're gonna learn how I create so many pieces of content from one live stream. I'm speaking about carousels. I'm speaking about reels. I'm speaking about quote posts, blog posts, newsletters. I create so many pieces of content from a live stream that is kind of insane. And I'm sharing that exact process with the people that are joining the Camera Confidence Challenge today. So keep that in mind, y'all. But yeah, so you know, it's about you making that decision. Like, you know what? I'm not doing this anymore. I need a shift. I need a change. Things need to be completely different. I'm going to start moving differently. I'm going to change the things that I've been doing for a while that are not working. I'm really going to put some effort into shifting what that looks like for me, right? And if you're here and you're in the comments or you're watching on YouTube, let me know what that feels like for you. Let me know what that looks like for you. How does what I'm saying feel? Right? I want to know. Hey, Amber. All right. I'm seeing people pop up on Instagram as well. Now, the third thing is that you're avoiding the one thing that is going to set you free. And when I say set you free, it's going to start rolling everything into motion. So that thing for me and my community and the people that I coach and work with, it's video more than likely. Right? So a lot of people are avoiding either getting on camera, or they're avoiding the consistency of getting on camera, right? And a lot of people don't understand that it is a muscle getting on camera. So I love to share this mindset shift that completely changed the game for me and the people that I work with. The more effort you put in to being on camera and being consistent on camera, being confident on camera, connecting on camera, selling on camera, the better you will get at it. I have live streams that don't do exceptionally well, and that's totally fine because it's practice, or I can use my process and extract content out of it. So it's never a waste for me, right? Or let's see, what else could I kind of bring in? You're gonna have to get rid of the thought that it's gonna work in 5 seconds or 5 minutes. That's not what it is at all. Okay. You are going to have to put that work in so that you are able to move forward and start collecting data and seeing what's going on as you create, as you put things out there, as you build your community, as you connect. And the beautiful thing is, if you start looking at your analytics, you'll see what's working, what's not working, what makes sense, what doesn't make sense. But a lot of people are avoiding that. A lot of people are afraid of that consistency. A lot of people are afraid of crickets when they post something, right? Not knowing that the right person that's going to book you out, buy your course, buy your program, buy your product might be watching, but you keep playing with them by showing up when you feel motivated. A lot of us are not showing up according to our business goals. And when I speak to people on calls, more than likely they're posting according to their feelings. So if you say you want a specific life, if you say you want a shift, if you say you want a change, your actions has to be in alignment with what you desire. And a lot of us are not operating in that space. Okay, so I want you guys to think about that as well. That is something that is super, super, super important. You got to start aligning yourself with what you desire to accomplish or achieve. Now, what I do want to share is a lot of us aren't thinking about selling. Not only selling, but growing our audience with stories, selling with stories. A lot of us aren't telling enough stories. And of course, there's a balance. There is so much that goes on when you're creating content, or if you want to create content that feels good, that feels like the right people are watching, engaging, sharing, talking, reaching out to you in the DMs, sending you emails if you want brand sponsorships, if you want even jobs, y'all. For me, I always look at somebody's socials to see how they interact, what their work ethic is. Like if I want to work with someone, for example, I always tell my assistant, Sarah, when I was going to hire her, I looked at her socials. I wanted to see what she was doing, what she was about. I wanted to feel for her personality. And a lot of even VAs aren't posting at all online. You have no videos. We can't see you. We can't see anything about you. And a lot of people desire to grow communities. Show up for those communities. Show up and share. Show up and show who you are and how you help and how you handle things. And share stories with us. Share your experiences with us. Share your passion. Why did you start doing what you're doing? Why are you passionate about what you're doing? How can I see that when I come onto your profile? I want to see those things. And so some people just have none of that on their socials. None of that is happening. And so you wonder why when you post sporadically, no one is interacting, or a few people are interacting, or you're not growing at all. So I want you to start thinking about how you can tell stories, how you can share more stories in your content. And that's exactly what we're covering in the Camera Confidence Challenge that starts on the 21st of this month. So I wanted to come on and share that with you guys, because I feel like a lot of you are creating content, but there's no story and no background, and you're not sharing anything to connect yourself with the person that might be looking to buy your product or service, that might be looking to hire you, that might be looking to join your program or join your course. And so sometimes being on camera is the thing that we avoid the most, but it's the thing that can change our lives faster than anything else, because of just the being able to show up and share. The vulnerability is what I'm looking for. That visibility is what I'm looking for, right? And so a lot of us are but we're not adding any depth to our brands at all. And if that's the mistake that you've been making over and over, you are going to struggle, friend. You're going to struggle to grow your audience. You're going to struggle to grow your brand, your personal brand. You're going to struggle to sell as much product as you can sell, because there's no depth to your brand. You're only speaking about the thing that you are selling, or the thing that you are sharing. Your account seems like it's just a buy from me account kind of thing. We don't understand anything about you. We don't have a story to connect to. We don't know why we should latch on to this. And I promise you, a lot of the creators that you love, the people that you buy from, the people that you love, they're doing things like this. Right? Story is so powerful. Annie and Spence said, I'm guilty of showing up whenever I have to be in the right mood to bake. I get it. And that's what I'm saying, Annie and Spence. So when you think about you baking, I'm not sure like the depth of your channel, of course, but it's such a good example. For someone who is baking, let's pretend you owned a cookie shop, or let's pretend you owned, you sell cookies, or you sell cookies out of your home. This is just an example. If you're only thinking about the content that you can create when you are selling cookies, and there's no depth to your story, how did you start baking cookies? What do you feel about the quality of the ingredients on the market today? What do you feel about the pricing for baking in the recession? like what's changing or shifting in your industry? Are new cookie shops opening up? And this is where, if you are my age, I'm 39, this is where the younger people have us beat. We have so many people that are experienced. They know all the things, they know how to do all the things, they've been doing it for years, but we don't know how to communicate that value with ease. And so a lot of us are not expanding as much as we should with our content. And so that's really what I'm concerned about, right? But Annie and Spence, you are not the only one, like Rio is saying. So I want to share that. Oh my gosh. Hey, Latrey. Latrey said, I'm watching you on YouTube on my TV. Hey. Oh my gosh. Rio said, I'm on TV, y'all. Listen, that is so cute, Latrey. I love that you shared that. But seriously, think about it, right? If there is more depth to your story just versus the thing that you think you should be posting about over and over, that's how people begin to build trust with you. That's how people begin to connect with you. And so I have a specific formula that I use to help you to be able to do this. It's called the unique method. And it is so good. Oh no, Latrey said the audio keeps going out on my end. Rio, are you hearing me? He's probably hearing me twice because he's right upstairs in the studio. Is the audio going out for anyone else? I'm so sorry, guys. I don't know why that's happening. I am using my DJI mic mini. I don't know why, if Rio can tell me if that's happening or if anyone else can tell me. Are you guys having audio issues? Because I set up quickly, sat on the floor. Okay, Rio says he hears me loud and clear. Oh no, Latrey, I hope you can anyone else let me know if you can hear me? Now I'm like, oh my gosh. But that's the thing that I see people struggling with the most, to be really honest. A lot of us are not sharing our story enough, right? Thank you. All right, so I'm just sitting here. I was like, let me go live. I'm downstairs. I'm like, I want to go live and share this message. A lot of us are playing behind the scenes, or we're playing really small. We're playing like we're behind the scenes. Okay, no worries, Latrey. We're playing like we're behind the scenes. We're playing like we're small. We keep playing small because we're afraid to step into a whole new identity or version of ourselves. So if this sounds like you and you're ready to step into your next level, I want to help you get on camera and not only share what you're supposed to be sharing, but share things that help your audience understand why you are the person that they specifically want to work with, right? Even for me, thank you, Travel Diva. Even for me, guys, like when I think about my specific journey to where I am now or what I'm doing now, I think about being an overthinker, right? Being someone of Caribbean descent to where everything is supposed to be perfect or done perfectly. Being to where I grew up and the bar was excellence or nothing. And so when I think about all of those things crippled me so much in the beginning of my journey. And I realized more and more as I put in more and more, I could not continue to let the way that I felt about myself or the things that I was taught about myself, the trauma and baggage that I picked up along the way, I couldn't continue to let that rule where I needed to go or where I needed to be. And so even before I started being on camera, like consistently, I remember picking up a camera and thinking, I have a Trinidadian accent. Okay, it's mixed in with Brooklyn because I lived in New York for 12 years, and now it's mixed in with the y'alls of Texas, okay, because I live in Dallas, Texas now. I remember feeling like, oh my gosh, like, what if I pronounce this word wrong? Or what if I say something that I believe but everyone else doesn't believe it? Or what if I tell a story that's I'm ashamed to share XYZ from my past because of how I think people are going to look at me, or, Hey, Mitt said the need for the perfection, Lord. Yes. And those things come through on camera the most, y'all, right? So it becomes a struggle of, oh my gosh, like, am I going to really be vulnerable and be open and share? Even when it comes to sharing things like as a business owner, as a business coach, your before and after, you start thinking, maybe if I show my clients like what I was going through before I got to this place or space, I, might be embarrassed. Or maybe if I show a specific aspect of my life, or if I share something, it might be embarrassing or shameful. And a lot of showing up online and running an online business and marketing online, if you prioritize shame, you will ruin your chances of building successfully. And a lot of us are prioritizing shame before anything else. And so when you start feeling that way about getting on camera, I need you to ask yourself, what is the root of all of this? When I dig in, the root of all of this is I feel like I'm going to be ashamed. Oh my gosh, I signed on one client this month. I'm ashamed. We're not even thinking about the blessing of that one client that we didn't have. A lot of us are living in shame, walking in shame, breathing in shame. And a lot of people aren't on camera consistently, aren't sharing their story, aren't telling their truths because they are ashamed. I want you guys to sit with that for a moment. So if you're over letting shame rule your life, I'd love to see you in the Camera Confidence Challenge. Thank you, Annie and Spence. Okay, so I just wanted to share that with you guys. Anyone have any questions that I can answer? I can stay on for a little kiki for a little bit. Reminding you that doors close tomorrow for the challenge, so you won't be able to join after tomorrow. And the price is going back up to $597. Okay, so I want you guys to keep that in mind. I would love to work with you. Inside of the challenge, my husband and I are coaching. We are live coaching with you. We are reviewing your content, auditing your content, helping you build your Power Story collection, which is a collection of stories that you can tell to your ideal client or customer, or share online, share on social media, share on Threads. It's exactly the same system that I use on Threads, and I'm viral on Threads a lot, which is good and bad. Right? It is the exact system that I've also used to build my best brand partnerships, y'all. I build with strategy every single time. I just don't pop up. So if you've seen me working with a brand in partnership with a brand, that came from what I am going to be personally teaching you inside of the Camera Confidence Challenge. So keep that in mind. Let me see. Let me just look to see if everybody is okay. Not Rio saying we love a kiki. Oh my gosh. But yes, we will be coaching live. The challenge is a 10-day challenge. We'll be coaching live. It is going to be 5 days of coaching. So it's going to be every other night. We get really deep. Latre said, I came in late. I'm going to watch the replay. But from what I've heard, you're spot on as usual. Latre, I appreciate you. Thank you so much. And thank you for putting us on TV. Hey. So I just wanted to share with you guys that the doors for the challenge are closing tomorrow. You don't want to miss it. I'd love to work with you, put my eyes on your business, on your content. Rio is also posting the link. We love and appreciate you guys. If you're watching the replay, please say hello. If you have any questions about the challenge, or if it's for you, slide into my DMs on Instagram. I am in the DMs all the time. Okay. Let me know if you have any questions at all, and we cannot wait to work with you guys. I had a lot of people on YouTube last night sliding over, or directly joining or sliding over to Instagram. So I wanted to make sure to stream to YouTube and Instagram. I appreciate you guys. Love you guys. And I'll talk to you soon. Bye. Take care, guys.